Diva down.
Why?
Diva
What's
down.
wrong?
My neck is fucked from being hunched over the sewing machine all day yesterday. It's bad.
Damn, slavery is real.
I'm too old to take up new hobbies.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't know how the little sweatshop kids do it.
They're
They're nimble though.
Yeah.
They're made for it.
Yeah, their bodies.
That's racist. They're not made for it. God.
They're made for it.
Cancelled already. 5 seconds in. Fuck, that's not what I meant. I meant they're young. They're not old like me.
Yeah, we're very old. Very, very precious.
I need to be upright with everything at eye level. If it's not at eye level, I can't see it.
You need to...
Even if it's at eye level, I still can't see it, to be honest.
Rather than quitting sewing, you need to invest in a sit-down, stand-up desk.
I need to be sewing like this.
That'll help.
Yeah, it will.
That'll fix the problem.
I'll bring the one from work that weighs like 100 kilos. I'll figure out how to get it down the stairs. I just throw it off the balcony into the boot of my car.
No desk, no car, just everything's fucked.
Yeah.
Work a lot. What are you doing? Nothing.
Mind your own business.
Oh, fuck. What is happening? Oh, my God. So I'm going to start things off with a rant.
Let's go. I love that. I love this silly, goofy mood.
So I was on TikTok earlier today, right? And have you ever come across Oliver Mills?
Yes. He's the one that was... he's the Australian guy, isn't he?
Well, he's like New Zealand, but I think he lives in Australia, that hung out with Brittany Broski for a bit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So he comes up on my For You page. Now, I don't know if he's straight or not, right? But his whole... And it's not just him, because I was watching his TikToks and he was quoting Little Women.
Okay.
Right? And all the women were in his comments being like, oh my God, like you've done it again.
You read.
Like he has this whole persona online of being so tapped into things that straight women are into. And then I was like, and I don't know what his sexuality is. It kind of doesn't really matter. But I'm like, men knowing, like being that tapped into things that are for me, no.
Yeah, like, can we not have anything? Can we
Leave
not have
me alone.
anything? Yeah.
And then, like, he's really nice. So this is kind of like shitty on my behalf, but I'm going to run with it, right? But I'm like, it kind of feels a little bit contrived because you know that women are eating it up. So then are you
liking it because women like it? Or
Yeah.
do you like it because you genuinely like it?
And that's the vibe his videos give me, is that he knows what he's doing.
Much to think about.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, like, are you doing it because you know you're going to get female interaction from it and, like, get the views and stuff?
Yeah.
Or are you genuinely...
Why are you reciting the iconic scene?
A Little Women #1 fan.
When Laurie confesses his love for Joe. In 3 back-to-back videos as well. And then...
How long's the fucking passage? God damn.
He was doing the same thing in each video.
Oh.
Right?
Just...
But then in one, he's like laying on his couch doing it and he starts singing part of it and people were like, Little Women the musical.
No, I hate that.
But do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like he's tapping into...
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Uh,
What are you doing?
Like, sometimes I think about the thoughts that I have and I'm like, men just can't win. Like, if men don't like things that I like, I'm like, boring. Get a fucking hobby. Get a personality,
But
you
then
loser.
anytime men do anything...
And then they like something that I like and I'm like, identity theft is a crime. Figure it out. Get your own... Have a unique thought for once.
Do you know what it is? It's because I don't trust them.
Yeah.
I don't trust you. Why are you doing this? Why are you interested in my interest?
Either way you go, you're doomed. Sorry.
Correct, because...
I'm self-aware enough to admit that, but am I going to change? No. No
way. But it is threatening.
It's a threat.
And I don't know what to do with this information.
Yeah, so fair.
Anyway, so that rattled me. So that's fine. Spotify Rap came out this week.
Yeah.
Did yours publicly embarrass you?
Yeah. 5 Sauce was number 4 for me. What do you think? How many times did I go play Youngblood? I don't want to know.
I must say, every playlist you've ever made in the last 12 months has had Youngblood on it.
Because it's a banger.
It is.
It's a fucking banger. But yeah, no. And then Tate McRae for number 2.
Yeah, I didn't.
Billie Eilish for number 1. Damn, like that was a great album. That's not embarrassing, but just like it's just very rogue.
Your music taste is like,
Yeah.
we listen to the same shit, but what you genuinely pick to put on is so like different to what I would pick to put on.
I played Alter Ego by, I think Doechii sings it for Caitlin one time, and she's like, "How the fuck did you find this song?"
Yeah, I don't know how you find the music. So when I get into Danika's car, there's a 50-50 chance that I'm getting in to like Bring Me to the Horizon time.
Yeah.
Or the most hood rat fucking club music is playing that I've never heard of, would never come across. Is it a banger? Yeah, it is. And it makes me want to drink and go out and party. Absolutely. But I'm like, there is no way you're discovering this shit without being a DJ.
What fits of hell are you finding this cursed music? Yeah.
Like, is this how you spend your time? Is this why you're so busy? Because you're curating playlists?
Yeah, actually.
You're playing an AR. You're like trying to scout for new music.
I have one playlist and it's called USB, like the hyphen itch, so US bitch. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Yeah, it was a fun time.
Meanwhile, my music's so fucking basic. My Spotify Wrapped was number 1, Ariana Grande.
I mean, fair though, you're a stan.
The only year that Ariana Grande wasn't my number 1 was last year.
Really?
And
Who
that
was number 1 for you?
Last year was like I had my big country era.
Yeah.
So Luke Combs was number 1.
Yeah.
Then it was like Morgan Wallen. It was all country.
Yeah.
But every other year it's been Ariana as number 1. So it was Ariana, Renee Rapp was on there. Who else was on there? I can't remember now.
I reckon we've got it on.
Oh my God, Zach Bryan was number 2 for me.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people had Zach Bryan.
Yeah, and a lot of people regretted it.
A lot of the Crom boys had Zach Bryan on their thing.
Who else? Yeah, Renee Rapp was on there.
Oh no, that's your dad's. No, you didn't send me.
My
yours.
dad's
That's
number
fucking
1
rude.
artist for 2024 was Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, Ed Sheeran, Post Malone, Credence, something, Linkin Park, and then Red Hot Chili Peppers. Same.
He had like 4 Ed Sheeran songs in his top 5 songs.
Same.
I can't remember who else was in my top 5. I've already forgotten. It was another one like Renee Rapp. Who was it?
Chapel Roan?
Nah. Here, let me
made
just
the cut?
bring it up.
Damn.
Everyone just hold. Can you play hold music?
No, I'll just talk. So number 1 for me was Billie Eilish. Number 2 was Tate McRae. 3 was Megan Thee Stallion. 4 was 5 Sauce. And 5 was Charlie XCX.
This is what I mean. It's so fucking mixed bag.
Random.
So mixed bag. I'm surprised that yeah.
I'm surprised State Champs weren't in there.
Yeah.
I thrashed their music this year. And Bring Me the Horizon too, honestly.
Yeah, you really do froth them.
Yeah. Shadow Moses first thing in the morning just makes me want to kick a door down.
Whatever that is.
That'll do it.
I'm trying to see. No. Yeah, you had the fucking most random shit. I actually can't find it. Everyone.
Okay, well.
Spotify Wrapped has been cancelled. Oh no. Yeah, no, that's not mine. But on another note, we were in randomly a whole bunch of people's top podcasts,
Fucking
which was crazy.
Love you all.
So fun facts for
Thank
everyone.
you for listening.
We were streamed in 51 countries.
Wild.
We had 295.
I couldn't even name 51 countries.
No.
Are there 51 countries?
There's way more than 51
Really?
countries. Yeah, there would absolutely be more than 50. Google how many there are. So we were in the top 10 for 295 people. We were in the top 5 for 179 people.
That's crazy.
And we were the number 1 listened to podcast for 42 people.
That's insane.
Which to some people might be little numbers, but that's a lot to us.
195.
That's a lot.
How many countries did we?
We had 51. How many are there in the world?
Wait.
My guess is there's like 248.
I literally just told you 195.
Oh.
Fuck. Wait, how many? 51?
Yeah, 51.
Oh, that doesn't make sense.
Why? What did you post?
38% of countries.
Yeah, or 38% of the world
Yeah.
listens to us.
Yeah.
Well, no, not technically, but
38% of the countries has someone listening to us.
The start of this episode.
Half the
hell
planet
strong.
is a Delulu girly
Half
pop.
the planet.
We're rounding up. Half the planet is a Delulu girly
Half the
pop.
population of the world
Yeah.
listens. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that math doesn't lie. Math is universal.
It's checking out.
Facts.
Anyway, so that was crazy. Yeah, that blew my mind.
Shall we get stuck into it?
Yeah, get stuck into it. I'm just so perplexed that I can't find my Spotify
I
Wrapped.
know, me too. Girly pop.
It's really thrown me.
Alrighty, I have Barry Keoghan and Sabby Carp breaking up. I'm now calling her Sabby Carp because that's a fun time.
That
Reminds me of a fish and
yeah.
a savvy bee.
Yes,
Sabby
yes.
Carp.
Damn. Kind of saw it coming though. Like
I thought they were breaking up ages ago.
there were rumors swirling
When this
around.
made news, I was like, what do you mean? Did this not happen 6 months ago?
There were rumors swirling around, and then he showed up at her LA show, I think it was, or one of her tour shows, and everyone was like, "Oh, they're fine. They're whatever."
Oh, yeah, right. Well, anyway, so earlier this week, there was rumors that Barry and Sabby Carp had broken up. And then a couple of days later, there were cheating allegations that surfaced that he had cheated on her with Brecky Hill.
Yeah, because Jumoy posted like one of their submissions, and it was alluding to the fact that this actor had been cheating on his like high profile pop star girlfriend, and had flown with an influencer, had flown the influencer out to the UK to visit him while he was filming for this TV show, and everyone put two and two together and figured out that it was Baz and Sabby Carp. Yeah, and then this chick, she's like posting, Brecky Hill was like, also, who calls themselves
Why are you named
Brecky?
after a meal?
Yeah, like, okay, Cereal. Anyway, so Cereal started posting on TikTok, basically confirming the rumors and saying that she was the one.
Yeah, she was reposting stuff and it just kind of alluded to the fact that it was true, but nothing's really been confirmed.
Well, she came out today denying it, saying that
right.
she...
Why are you stirring the pot then?
Do you know what it would be?
Clout.
She's just jumped on it and gone, I want to gain attention from this, which is a sad way.
She has though.
But what a sad way to gain attention.
Yeah. So others are saying that they split due to conflicts in their schedules. So Sabrina Carpenter and Barry Keoghan were both busy and barely had time for one another. And like Sabby's on her tour at the moment. Barry's filming stuff. They didn't have time. But then today, so Barry's deactivated Instagram. So he posted something on X. And he was he released a statement. I'm not going to read all of it. But part of it read, quote, I deactivated my account because I can no longer let this stuff distract from my family and my work. The messages I have received, no person should ever have to read them. Absolute lies, hatred, disgusting commentary about my appearance, character, how I am as a parent, and every other inhumane thing you can imagine. So, like, he hasn't really confirmed whether they've broken up or not, but he's pretty much saying, please, like, enough is enough. Like,
you know what? It actually broke my heart reading his statement because I was like, no one should be saying shit about his appearance, saying shit about how he is as a father. None of us know what he's like as a father. Like, are you there? No.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, there's some funny memes going around about their breakup, but like, if you're actually, I'm going to sneeze, if you're actually commenting on his shit or messaging him horrific stuff, you need jail.
Yeah, like to actually like go and DM someone's account and be like, you're a piece of shit. Like things 10 times worse than that. Like get a hobby.
Right.
How does it impact you that much that you want to DM someone? I just don't understand.
I must say, I've DM'd celebrities, but not like nasty stuff.
No.
I've like me trying to suck up their ass, being like, let's be friends.
Or like at a show, I'll be like, buy me a drink.
Yeah. Yeah.
One raspberry vodka, please.
Me replying to their stories like we're best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At Live, we should DM Dom Dollar and be like, Great song. Excellent song.
Let's send him song
Play
requests.
girls. Yeah. Can you play Brat, please?
Us right at the back with our phones on our heads.
You know what would remix great with this? Nickelback. From past experience. Yeah. You get that for free.
Hit me up if you want me to show you how to DJ. Damn. No, I actually felt really bad for him. That's horrible. And I actually feel bad, particularly, like, the parenting thing is horrible, but the appearance thing, because so many people say shit about his appearance. He's actually not ugly.
Yeah.
Hey, I think he's fit.
Yeah.
I would date him.
Like, his batting, absolutely, because Sabby Carp is just...
Yeah, how do you beat Sabby Carp?
vision. And she explicitly said, please don't fuck this up, you piece of shit.
Period. Yeah, that's sad.
But, yes.
In, like, Australian pop... I'm going to call it pop culture stuff. Brittany Saunders?
Yeah.
Posted a video this week. So they were looking at opening a store for Fayt, the label, in Adelaide.
So they're like an inclusive clothing brand.
We love Fayt.
Yeah.
Obsessed.
Unreal. Great clothing. Really.
Love Brittany.
Yeah. A pioneer, some may say.
Good vibes all round.
For inclusivity, yeah.
And they were going to open a store in Adelaide. And then she posted a video this week saying that she's had to pull the pin at the 11th hour because there was a clause in the, like, rental or, like, the commercial lease that stated that if they broke the lease, like, before the 5-year period or whatever it is, they not only had to find a tenant to take over the lease, which is standard, but they were also responsible for if that new tenant didn't pay their rent.
Yeah, they'd be liable for that payment.
That's crazy. And apparently that's a normal thing for Adelaide commercial lease clauses.
Yeah, so she also did a podcast about it, and in the podcast she was saying, like, she was asking her solicitor, because through every commercial lease that she has, she'll get them to read through it.
Which is smart.
Which is really smart. And she says that it's worth the money, because there are things that she would just miss if it was just herself reading through it. Or things that she would, like, talk herself into as, like, not being as bad.
Yeah,
you know
or
what I
like
mean?
you'd misinterpret things.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
And even the solicitor was like, I've never seen this clause in a commercial lease agreement. And apparently, like, having that clause is illegal in New South Wales and Victoria, but it's legal in South Australia. Or something similar to that. So, like, it's...
I've just spilt V all over me. Keep going.
There you go. So that's why it's not very common, because I think Brittany was saying that she has 7 other stores and she's never come across that in any of the agreements that she's had.
Yeah.
And it just didn't sit right with her ethically, because she was like, the most upsetting part for her was that, like, it's a clause that might not ever come into effect and might not ever impact them if they see the full 5 years out. So, like, she's worrying about something that would be, like, the worst case scenario on top of the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
So, like, the worst case scenario for her would be not seeing the 5-year lease out and having to close early. But then, like, yeah, on top of that, her potentially having to pay a rent that isn't hers.
Yeah. Because she had this whole vision, because she was looking at opening the store on King William Road. And the whole vision was it was a house that had been converted into a commercial property, and it was gonna be like a house of fate or something like that was the vibe. I honestly think opening a retail store on King William Road, she would have had to have left that lease 5 years early. Like,
You reckon?
If you drive down King William Road from a retail perspective, it is dead, right? And the retailers that are along there, they cater to wealthy, older women, right? It's just, I have no doubt that Fayt would have, like, driven foot traffic down there. But I just think King William Road is a bad spot. I understand why she was looking there. I get it. But it is not, I would not be opening a retail store on King William Road at all.
I don't think, like, I know nothing about business, so I don't even know if this is like a valid opinion to have, but I feel like businesses would really struggle to thrive if they're not in a Westfield or in Rundle Mall.
Yeah, and they do.
Like, you think, like, Or like Burnside, even.
Yeah.
Like you think of like Jetty Road and King William Road, and I can't even think of any others.
Because you don't go there to shop.
I'm not going there to shop. No.
No, I'm going to Marion. That's it, kind of thing. Like if you're going to King William Road, you're going for drinks and dinner. If you're going to Jetty Road, you're going to the beach, kind of thing. I mean, I just always envisioned Fayt would open up in Westfield.
Yeah. But I think like that's why they wanted to kind of venture out, because they've done the Westfields before. I think they wanted she wanted a different vision for this store, which I get. Like if you are after that like homey kind of boutique vibe, then yeah, I guess King William Road would be a good fit. But yeah, like you said, I just don't think it would get as much foot traffic and sales once the hype died down.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. King William Road is just notorious for being a dead zone. It really struggles. Really does. Yeah. So it's such a shame though. And it made me wonder if that clause is more common in Adelaide.
That's what I was saying with Nikki when we were talking about it. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised, because Brittany's like continued on her podcast to say like, it's not that the idea of Adelaide, like opening up a store in Adelaide, is dead. It's just that we now have to try to find a different place that still suits what the things that we want. But I was saying to Nikki, I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if that is a common clause in a lot of commercial leases here, especially because so many small businesses, not that Fayt is small, but a lot of businesses are closing down.
Yeah, yeah.
Because of the cost of living and everything, and like prices and stuff.
There's so many empty like shop fronts in Adelaide, which is sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like it's more common, and that makes me wonder if that's why we don't get as many good brands.
Yeah, well, she was also saying that it costs minimum $500,000 to open up a store.
Oh my
and
Jesus
you have to have that like
Christ.
readily available to take out. So like it can't just, it's got to
Holy
be sitting
shit.
there. Yeah.
Damn.
Minimum. And then she was saying how like she ordered the stock already because that takes 6 months to get delivered. So
yeah, I saw that.
there's a lot of logistics that I didn't even think about that she brought up in the podcast. And I thought it was a really great episode to bring out, to like showcase like what can go wrong and like the intricacies of opening up a store. Not only like locally, but like interstate.
I love how she has no qualms and just
she's so open about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. And I think that's why people are so drawn to her as well because of it. And you see I see videos that she does to TikTok. 2 weeks later, every other brand is doing it. 100%. Like her and Remy by Riley, those two to me are really paving the way for how...
Jazz Handmade as well. I feel like those three know their shit and are really in tune with their audience and what like the people that buy that product, what they want to see.
And you know what it is as well, because they're smaller businesses and like being younger founders, they don't really like, they give a fuck. I'm not saying that they don't give a fuck, but they're not overthinking social media, and that's all brands do. Brands overthink their social media.
It's too curated.
It's
almost.
Everything has to be related back to sales, and everything has to promote our key messages.
Just have fun.
And
What's
that's why they do well,
fun?
because they just have fun with
agreed.
it, and they adjust themselves, and they don't like, obviously you want your socials to translate into helping you with your marketing objectives, but that's not the be all and end all, and they're willing to take risks kind of thing. Like I've seen Fayt ads come up and it's literally a selfie of Brittany with like some words and maybe some hand scribbled like, and
on paint like
and she's like buy stuff kind of thing. It would do well. I heard that Fayt, maybe this was just for Black Friday, but Fayt were spending $15,000 a day on meta advertising. That's what I heard. Damn. I don't know whether that's true or not, but that imagine putting $15,000 behind an ad where it's just the founder's face. Can you imagine me
something made in 5 minutes?
Imagine me pitching that to a client. Hey, we're just going to post a selfie of you. I'm going to quickly scribble on it.
They'd be like, you're taking the piss.
I would lose my job.
They'd be like,
I would actually lose my job.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, that was interesting.
That's why we have nothing in Adelaide, because commercial leases suck.
Yeah. Oh. That's all I had for pop culture.
That is also all I had for pop culture.
Great, because now we're gonna jump in with the fact that Southern Charm season 10 premiered this week.
Yeah.
And not only have I watched the episode, but you've watched the episode.
Too.
And it's your first exposure to Southern Charm.
Yeah.
And I want your thoughts, feelings, emotions.
It's so beautiful living with an encyclopedia of the Bravoverse.
Oh yeah.
You're
truly lucky.
I get the full story of everyone. I don't remember it, but it's fun to be involved.
Yeah.
And I don't need to sift through 10 seasons. It's great.
Such a good show though.
All the men annoy me.
Yep.
All the men annoy me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you mean you're at this big adult age and you're acting like you're 19 years old?
Yeah. Yep.
Like Austin at the beginning, he's like, oh, I've been seeing this girl for a couple of months, and like I was the one that wanted to like put a label on the relationship, and that's so like anti what I usually do. Like, it's just such a big thing calling someone my girlfriend, and I'm like,
it sounds like high school, doesn't it?
Is it though?
Do you know what's crazy?
I don't know. It seems pretty fucking normal to me.
Like Austin is 37.
Like, that's insane.
And Shep is 44. And they act like...
Like, please... Like, I'm all for having fun and whatever, but, like, there comes to a point where it's, like, you thinking that defining a relationship is a big step. That's fucking embarrassing.
Yeah. And we're not saying you have to be in a relationship.
Or that you have to define it. Do whatever you want it, but, like...
It's the way that they go about it, yeah.
Yeah, like,
They're so childish. Oh my God. So, yeah, the season premiere, it was like focused heavily on Craig, Austin, and Shep because there was a BravoCon previously. This was all discussed in the last reunion where Shep like was blacked out, and then they had like a huge fight because he was always drunk and like off his rocker. And so this like the season opener is about them kind of potentially like trying to repair their friendship. Mm-hmm. And Craig's like Craig's saying how he doesn't drink anymore, and Craig's really pulled himself together, and he's just kind of like living La Vida Loca. And then fucking what's his name, JT, the guy with the JT had an accident during the break, like on his ATV, and he's walking around with a cane, and so
dude has a bruised leg. Like, it's so dramatic. No.
And that's what JT is. He's like, so fucking dramatic.
Be fucking for real, dude. And then
they pull over on their, because they're going to some like fucking horse racing thing. They pull over so that JT can go to the bathroom. He goes into this store, comes out, and has bought canes for everyone. That gave me the ick.
Why?
Like, it's not funny.
Why are you that self-absorbed?
The way that he bought canes and then bought one for Patricia and handed one to Patricia, and she was like, I am offended, and just gets up and walks off.
Facts.
Patricia is truly iconic.
Period.
I love Madison. So Madison.
Which one's Madison?
She hosted.
Oh yeah, she's fun. Polka dot dress girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that you've already got the law, but she dated Austin when she first came into the show. So she was still is a hairdresser.
Yeah.
Dated Austin. Austin cheated on her. She caught Austin cheating on her. They had the most toxic in your face relationship, and it was so entertaining for so many seasons. But she was nuts. She was like very full on, but in a good way. She has like a son. And then she met her now husband, and she's now like full trad wife. Yeah, she's full like trad wife. But she still has no qualms in like, if someone says bullshit, she'll call it out.
I love that.
Like all the dinners that they kind of preview, she will always speak her mind, and I love her.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Her and Craig together, iconic. Truly iconic.
Tag team.
Yeah.
Let's go.
They're so iconic.
Yeah.
Who else? Taylor. So Taylor.
Yes, other blondie.
Yeah, that wore the like mini dress.
Yeah.
Who like dated Shep.
Yeah.
So when she was like this cute little nobody.
Yeah.
She was like a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
Started dating Shep. And then when they broke up, she did not take it well whatsoever.
Fair.
And she just kind of lost her mind. And then she was like this whole new person. I don't really like Taylor. She's just nuts.
Yeah. She has a partner now.
Yeah, she's her new boyfriend. Then there's the new chick.
Don't tell me. Gaston.
What a guy.
No one fights like Gaston. No one eats like Gaston. No. It's from. Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Back home.
Apologies.
That's the only reason I remembered his name. I was like, oh, a real life person.
And then there's the new chick.
Yeah, she kind of looks a bit like Jennifer Lawrence.
She and her personality very Jennifer.
J-Law.
What's her name?
Nah, J-Law.
What do we? Southern Charm season 10. What the fuck is...
I just don't understand why she's connected to Whitney. Whitney, I can't understand.
You are rocked by Whitney.
Yeah. One, wrong of me, but I just automatically, when Nikki was talking about Whitney, I was like, oh, a woman.
Yeah.
And then she's like, no, that's Whitney. And I was like, where? Where?
Is Whitney in the room with us right now? Yeah, Whitney is weird. So, like...
very much like a mummy's boy.
Oh, yeah.
Which is bizarre. Again, that grown adult age.
Yeah.
What, 65?
He is 56.
Very close. Uno reverse.
In the earlier seasons, he like is living with his mum still. Then he moves out into his own apartment. But now I'm pretty sure he's
probably also paid by his mum.
Yeah, probably. Then like the most recent seasons he's been like living, and he was more involved in the earlier seasons, and now he kind of just lurks in the corner.
Yeah. Homer Simpson in the hedge.
Yeah.
Like, just
he's just lurking with his 12-year-old girlfriends.
It's and yet his girlfriend is so young.
Yeah, she's like 20 something, and she's, oh my doll, she did not look well. Whitney's so weird. There's one episode in an earlier season, so he plays in a band, right? And he performs at like a house party thing that Patricia... It's so awkward.
No, I don't need to see that or hear that.
It's so bad. No, you need...
No. Offline.
There's so many episodes of him like...
Oy.
Playing... Oh, that's right. The dog wedding. So Patricia hosted a dog wedding for her and Shep's dog.
We should do that for little Craig.
For little Craig.
For little Craig.
Wait.
Why is it a funeral?
No, it is not. Wait for... Dude, it's
what?
So nuts.
Why am I at a Kiss concert? That's crazy. What the fuck?
Winnie's just on the balcony.
That's
like,
so random. No.
But like the type
Leo,
type of music that Whitney plays, I wouldn't be surprised if he made on your Spotify Wrapped and you didn't even know.
Fair. Fair on both accounts, to be honest.
Crazy.
Yeah. I'm excited for Southern Charm. I feel like it's got like could you make me watch all other seasons? Absolutely not.
I have this real strong tie to Southern Charm. I watched after I watched Summer House because Craig features in Summer House like in an earlier season for like at one party, right? That's how him and Paige met. And then him and Austin are in Winter House. And then I was like, fuck, like I've always been drawn to Austin. And so then I watched Southern Charm. Obsessed. It's probably my favorite Bravo show.
Wow.
Really love Southern Charm.
There you go.
Have huge, I don't know, I'm just like emotionally tied to everyone in the show.
Fair.
But they're all fucked. But they're so entertaining.
Yeah.
So love that. And then last night we went and we saw Gladiator 2 finally.
Guys, if you have not seen this movie, one, if you haven't seen the first Gladiator, you need to see the first Gladiator because I feel like that gives you more appreciation for the second one, but you also need to see the second one.
We say that as people who didn't watch the first one.
No, but we got a summary from Mark and I got told all that I needed to know to appreciate what was going on in the second one. But It was so fucking good. Like
It
a
was-
5-star watch for me. Like
Yeah,
no
I
notes.
agree.
No notes. It was
Yeah.
the like death scenes and the fight scenes in this fucking insane. That my jaw was on the floor for half of this movie.
There were moments and I was like, ah,
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay.
are we all seeing what's happening right now? We're all okay with this?
Literally. It was so good. So good. I love an action movie, full stop, but more so when there's very little romance involved. Like, focus on the action and what's going on. I don't need a subplot of someone falling in love with someone else.
I'm a romance girly. I'm a lover girl, but I agree. An action film, there is no place for romance in an action film. I want to see people fight and die.
Yeah.
I do not want to see
Yeah.
people kiss in an action film.
No.
I heard that there was meant to be like a whole romance storyline in Gladiator 2. There was this, and they cut it out during the edit. Like they filmed all the scenes, everything, and they cut this whole person, this woman who acted. I think it was meant to be like.
If I was the woman.
Let me find it. Gladiator woman cut from movie. Yeah, May Calamawy. I should not be allowed to speak. Scenes were cut from the movie Gladiator 2. The Egyptian-Palestinian actress's scenes were cut despite her being expected to have a major role in the film. Some believe her Palestinian heritage and support for Gaza. I don't think that could be true. I don't know. But anyway, she was playing like this female love interest for who? It was.
Lucius? Is that his name?
I think maybe.
Lulu?
Lulu. God bless Lulu. Love interest. Let me find out. Yeah, who's Macrinus? Who the fuck is Macrinus? Oh no, yeah. So she was meant to was originally expected to be the love interest of Paul Mescal's character Lucius. But they completely cut her out of the film.
I'd be pissed if I was her.
Yeah.
But
they made the right call.
They did make the right call, yeah. 100%. Because that would have just pissed me off and it would have made the movie even longer.
Yeah, I agree.
We finished the movie, we looked at our phone, it was 11 p.m. and we were like, we need to go.
I was like,
we need to leave.
Need to get out of here. It was phenomenal. And like, going back to your point about watching Gladiator 1 first, when Dad told me, you need to watch Gladiator 1, I stood 10 toes on the ground and I said, no, there is no reason to do that. What storyline can a movie about men fighting truly have?
There is a storyline.
There is a very intricate storyline.
Yeah.
It is.
No, I do actually want to watch the first one because I feel like it'll be a good watch.
Yeah, I want to watch it too. It's giving like Star Wars relationships. That's the part that you need to understand. If you don't understand the relationships in Gladiator 1, Gladiator 2 will not make any fucking sense.
Yeah, like you'll still get it, but
not till the end.
Why everyone is so angry and like there's all this rage between people, like you just won't get that. Like it won't. I feel like it'll still be a good movie if you have no idea what's going on, but it won't hit as hard. Yeah, you won't feel the anger for the characters. Yeah, 100%.
So in
what's your favorite bit?
Let's talk through them. I'm so glad you asked. I love the two emperors.
Yeah.
So in this one, there's two emperors. They're brothers. Twin brothers. And one's played by Joseph Quinn. Yeah. Don't know the other guy. Sorry to that man.
Yeah. Great though.
Think ginger albinos. Yeah. With the most insane eye makeup that makes them look like crackheads. Yeah. And they are so camp and like just insane. Yeah, delusional. I love them. Yeah. They are like my inner me. That's the voice in my head. They are batshit crazy. And then the albino guy that's like the announcer. Obsessed. Right? Also, huge fan. There's one scene where one of the fights in the Colosseum, they flood the Colosseum and they have sharks. I don't understand the logistics of this. Unreal. I don't know if this is historically correct. Obsessed.
And the fact that they were able to fit like 4 ships in there.
Yeah.
I've been in the Colosseum. I don't think it's that big to fit that many ships.
I'm glad you re-raised it. I don't think it's as big as what they make it out to be.
But I mean, I love it though. But there's sharks in there. That's sick.
Like Adelaide Oval is way bigger than the Colosseum.
That's what I think.
Yeah. I could be wrong. No, it definitely feels bigger. What were your favourite bits?
Definitely the shark bit. I don't know how to describe this man, but there was a man in the Gladiator group.
Mm-hmm.
I remember in one part he had like armor, and it was like it looked almost like fish scales.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, big man.
He is beautiful.
Yeah.
Brown, curly hair,
Yeah.
absolutely ripped. I need to find out who that is, but I have no idea what to search to find him because he has no speaking role. He stands next to Pedro Pascal for like one half of the movie.
Yeah.
What am I meant, like,
We
what are
need
you,
to
Gladiator number 5? I don't know.
We need to go through the credits and search every single name.
Love that man.
Yes,
He was beautiful.
a lot of gorgeous men. Thoughts on Paul Mescal?
I would go to war for that man.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how to say a good speech.
Do you know what? This is a weird thing to love about a man. I love his straight nose.
He has a Roman nose.
I love his Roman nose.
Yeah.
I think I'm into Roman noses this week.
He,
Big fan.
yeah.
Pedro Pascal, like I needed to be fucking medically strapped to my chair. I love that man. Oh my God. When he's like what I was talking to you about after the movie.
Have you seen the photos of him and Dakota Johnson?
Do I have
smooching?
to I'll kill myself.
Yeah, I think they're dating or just seeing each other.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
No, I think this was from a film.
Was it?
It's from a film.
Are they in a film?
They're in a film together because
I want them to date. I think they'd be hot together.
if this had been real, I would not be sitting on this couch right now.
You'd be institutionalized.
I would be institutionalized. I would have handcuffs on and there would be a warrant out for my arrest. There truly would.
You know what I love the most about Pedro Pascal? He has no kids.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
fuck with that.
But he's not. Okay, so because Pedro Pascal, what is he, in his 50s?
40s.
So, yeah, he's 49.
Yeah.
Right? Single, no kids, right?
Just having fun. He's just a girl.
But this is what differs him from like the Shep Bros and Austin Crowells of the world is he's so lovely and so down to earth and he doesn't act like a fucking man-child about it. He just happens to be single with no kids.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love this man. I need him to come and save me from being a slave, gladiator. That's what I need. Oh my God. And he was just like leading the army.
I feel the exact same way about Paul Mescal.
Like, it's just
like I would, yeah.
The same way that I feel about Florence Pugh not being in enough movies, I need Paul Mescal to be in more movies. Are you kidding me?
Like, I don't care if Paul runs away from dates. That's irrelevant to me.
It's fine.
I love that man.
It's
so diabolical. I love him. I love him.
It
is what it is.
That's all I have to say about Pedro Pascal. I can't. There are no fucking
Such a
words.
Great movie. Such a great cast.
A 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Everyone, yeah. Genuinely no notes.
Now that I've seen this and Wicked,
yeah.
Also, the more that time goes on, Wicked is one of those films that I keep thinking about and I appreciate more and more.
Yeah, okay.
And
I do still need to see that, actually.
Like, yeah.
Would you recommend seeing it in the cinema, or is it something that I can wait?
I think you need to see it in cinema. Well, you don't have to see it in cinema.
I love going to the cinema.
But it was a vibe.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I spoke to Steph at work is really into Wicked and like knows all the lore. And you know how I had mixed feelings about the second half of the film once they go and meet the wizard?
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like Ariana didn't do a good job acting. Steph explained the whole reasoning for that part of the film, which makes way more sense.
Okay.
Anyway, so I really liked Wicked now. But Gladiator 2 knocks it out of the park. It just, home run.
Yeah, Ridley Scott knows a thing or two. And, like, it felt like the first movie. It didn't feel like a sequel.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, it stood on its own, which is very hard to say.
Can you believe I've never seen a Ridley Scott film? I know of this man. Oh, no, that's a lie. I just lied to everyone. I didn't realize he's done House of Gucci. I saw that.
I love that out of all the Ridley Scott movies, that's what you've seen.
He's done Napoleon, which I've seen like an hour of. I just don't care for Napoleon and his storyline. What else? He's
Alien.
I've never seen Alien. I've only played the game.
So good.
Yeah, okay. But I do want to watch the original Gladiator now. Okay, I have more respect for this man and his craft. I'm on it.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, such a good movie.
10
out of 10 would recommend. What else have I watched? Have you watched anything else?
The Madness, but I haven't finished it yet, so I want to kind of hold off on giving my review.
Agree. I did watch, so this week the next season of The Ultimatum came out with the first 5 episodes dropping. This season is insane already. And I'm obsessed. I love this show. I love that these people are like, you know what's going to fix my relationship is if we break up and date other people.
Forcing you to love me.
Yeah. Like I just cannot imagine, because the whole concept is that one partner wants to get married and the other one doesn't for one reason or another. And so they're like, I know what will solve this. We'll go on a global TV show. We'll split up, date other people, and that's going to make us want to get married to one another. That blows my fucking mind. That is batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Like, if I was with someone and they wanted to get married and I'm like, I don't want to get married to you, and they were like, well, we're going on the ultimatum, I would break up with them.
Bye.
I would break up with them right then and there. I just don't understand how dating other people.
Why are you wanting to be with someone that doesn't want to be with you?
And some of them,
for starters,
I just don't understand how being with someone else can make you realize that you want to marry the person.
And why does it have to get to that point for you to appreciate what you've got?
Yeah.
Grow up.
And some people try and be really respectful of their partners in the show, and so they don't do anything. It's more just like getting to know this person and spending time with them. Whereas others on the opposite end of
they're ready to bust.
End of the scale. They're like, well, we got to take it seriously. We got to fully commit. We better fuck. And
yeah.
Like, what? That's crazy.
Oh dear.
Yeah. It's pretty nuts. So 10 out of 10 would recommend that if people are looking for something to watch. And then I've still been listening to Things Will Calm Down Soon by Zoe Foster Blake.
Surely you're close to finishing.
I reckon I've only got like 90 minutes left on 1.5 speed.
Thank God.
Because this has been tough.
A weight has been lifted off my shoulders, and maybe that's why my neck hurts, because I was just
so burdened.
It was so burdensome having to listen to Like, yeah, I stand by what I said was it last week's episode that we talked about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I finished it. Stand by 100% our thoughts. I just feel like this would have hit the mark better if it was either a podcast or a memoir a book memoir about go to like her brand, like Zoe Foster Blake's brand, and like doing pretty much like something similar to what Brittany Saunders is doing with Fayt, and like sharing her experience, sharing her challenges, what she's learned, like tips for people that want to get into business and like start their own brand. Like that would have hit the mark a whole lot more than trying to make up this fucking fictional story about a hair care line and that being the plot.
I will say though, and I don't think I could have read this like with my eyes. No. But it's not the worst thing I've ever read. It's just not interesting. I honestly feel like I'm listening to someone talk to me about work.
That's why it's not great for me.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's great, but I don't know how to describe it. Like, when I'm listening to it, I don't mind having it on in the background. I can only listen to it when I'm driving. I can't listen to it for pleasure. That is not.
I think I would have preferred to read Icebreaker over this.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I disagree.
I got nothing out of this.
I'm not getting anything out of it, but the way that Icebreaker was written was horrific.
Yeah.
That was so bad.
Yeah.
I hated that. But I'll finish it this week, thank God. It needs to be gone.
And then you're going to finish Throne of Glass? Is that the plan?
Yeah, I'm going to... Kingdom of Ash is picking up. I'm loving it. And so my problem is I just don't sit down and read. I'm like a crackhead. I just can't sit down at the moment. But I forgot to talk about I think you watched this as well. The Cold Case of Who Killed JonBenét Ramsey.
Oh yeah. Was that this? That was this week.
Yeah, we both watched this. I'm like, why am I talking about this shitty book when I can talk about something good?
Moving on.
So, recently Netflix released a 3-part docu-series called Cold Case Who Killed JonBenét Ramsey. And it's about the unresolved case of JonBenét Ramsey, who was killed in 1996 on December 26. She was 6 years old. And they've never, ever found who did it. And there's been so many rumours flying around. People think the brother did it. People think the parents did it. People think a stranger came into the house and did it. And it interviews her father. Her mother died in like 2006, I think it was. But it interviews, the father. It interviews
people that were involved in the case, like law enforcement.
Yeah, and there were people who were involved in the case who don't necessarily speak in interviews, but they have like audio recordings of like their journals from when they were working on the case or video stuff that they show throughout the docu-series. Listen, it's not the most gripping docu-series I've ever watched.
No.
But I found it interesting. I found the evidence that they presented that supported the theory that it was a stranger or someone else that had come into the house. I thought that was interesting because I only ever knew of the narrative that it was the parents or it was the brother.
Yeah. And I think it's good that you get that fresh point of view. But again, it's like it doesn't present like anything new that isn't already publicly available on the case, which like makes sense because there's really nothing new to discover because the whole case was botched from the beginning.
I feel like these types of docos, they're not for the people that are super into the case and know everything about the case. It's for people who know like the tip of the iceberg. Like I had no idea about, so the doco goes into how Boulder police, they had no experience in homicides. Yeah. And other parties were like, hey, you should hand it over to us because we have better experience. And they were like, nah, fuck you.
That's okay. We got it.
Yeah, they're like,
Thank you, though.
We got it. Don't you worry, doll. Completely butched it. Like the video of the lead detective from Boulder Police. Who's he like presenting to? Like journos or something?
I don't know.
And he's sitting there and he's presenting his theory on camera about what happened. And there's obviously other people there and they're questioning him right then and there, being like, okay, well, you've said X, Y, and Z, but that's not physically possible because of this. Like, it's been disproven. So can you explain it? And he just goes, that's just my theory. I'm like, how are you the lead detective?
Yeah, and just the fact that JonBenét went missing, police come, they don't do a thorough search of the house.
Yeah, they don't like remove the parents, nothing like that.
They don't close off the house as a crime scene. People are coming and going. And like the fact that they didn't even do a proper search of the house, so they didn't find the body until later on.
It was the dad that found the body.
And it was the dad that found because the police were like, oh, like keep yourself busy. Maybe just look in the rooms that we haven't looked at yet.
Yeah, can you do our job for us, by the way?
What?
And then he'd like full tampered with.
And then like because she was like taped and stuff. So he was like removing the tape. He moved the body. Like all of that evidence is now kaput.
Yeah, it blew my mind. And then they brought on this guy, Lou Schmidt, as a detective to look into the case because nothing was coming along. And he was very adamant that the parents didn't do it.
Yeah.
And he the things that he was presenting, I sat there and I was like, you know what, Lou Schmidt, you're onto something. You raise a great point, and I think you might have cracked the code. I
feel like this is just going to be a case that is just never going to get solved because so much has been tampered and like lost.
Yeah.
Which is upsetting.
Interestingly though, so the guy that made the doco series, his surname, I don't know what his first name is. His surname is Berlinger. Because he got criticism saying like the doco was heavily biased, saying like you were protecting the parents, and he came out and said, yeah, 100%, like
they haven't had a chance to tell the story from their point of view though.
Yeah, and that was what he wanted to do, was he wanted to create something that showed this other point of view, which he has openly said he believes, because all the media has always said
it's just been a witch hunt from the beginning.
Yeah, it was always the parents, and he was like, well, no, I want to show you the other side of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was saying that there's an upcoming Paramount Plus limited series about the JonBenét Ramsey case, which will star Melissa McCarthy and Clive Owen. And he said that he was worried about it. And in quotes, he said, "I'm deeply concerned about that production perpetuating false ideas. I don't know the route that they are taking, but it was somewhat shocking for me to hear from John Ramsey that production hasn't reached out to him. I don't want to knock other filmmakers, but Ryan Murphy has also had no interest in talking to the Menendez brothers, from what I read. If you're going to take on somebody's life and not talk to them, how do they know the nuances of so many situations?" So he's referencing like the Menendez brothers recently, as well as like this other one that's going to come out. Melissa McCarthy, rogue choice for a crime.
Is she going to play?
She'd play the mum, sure.
The mum? Yeah.
I think so. Which kind of makes sense. I can kind of see the resemblance a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, and there's like a bit in the doco where they talk about how, who was it? Larry something? Whether they have the lead detective from Boulder Police and then the parents on that TV show.
Oh, yeah, Larry King.
Yeah, on the Larry King show. And he's like...
Live with Larry King or whatever.
Them.
Yeah. Yeah. They're both on the same show together and they're just going for each other's throat. And it's like, we need more of that. Bring that back.
Bring that... Why did we
It's like an open case and they're just like...
they're in the height of the
going
case.
Mouth for mouth. Like, oh my God. Like, how is that allowed?
This case was doomed to begin with.
Literally.
What the fuck? Yeah, I want them to bring that kind of shit back.
The other late night show where they were like, we're going to mock up a jury.
Oh my God. And they completely
we're going to see what the outcome is. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like the murders just happened and they're like, we're going to fucking act
We
this
find
out.
the defendant guilty. What?
Oh my God. And there was that woman.
Yeah.
Who was like, if you look at the footage of like JonBenét when she was doing her pageants.
Yeah.
And she's dry humping a saxophone.
Thrusting on the saxophone.
They show the footage. The poor 6-year-old is just playing the saxophone, but you know
she's
how like
cosplaying.
Yeah, she's not dry. That was crazy to me. And then because the woman was claiming that the parents were sexualizing her, and I'm like, dude, no, they're not. You are on national TV cosplaying as a fucking jury person. Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah.
Dude, people were batshit crazy back then. They just did whatever the fuck that they wanted on TV.
100%. Yeah, if you're interested about the case or if you like true crime, like stock standard, you know what you're getting into.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing new.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what I rated this. Maybe like a 3?
Yeah, a 3 feels
2.5,
right.
3?
Like it scratches the true crime itch.
Yeah.
It's an easy, like, you just kind of put it on. It's going to be interesting. It's a doco.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't marry up to, like, Into the Fire.
Oh, no, that one was fucking bananas.
Into the Fire is, like,
upper echelon
the
type.
pinnacle of great true crime documentaries. This is just your run-of-the-mill, everyday, yeah, okay.
It is what it is.
Kind of vibe.
Yeah, agreed.
But it was good, nonetheless. But that's what we've watched. It's been jam-packed.
We should do a poll for the next watch.
No, we're not doing polls anymore. Everyone's lost polling rights. This is now dictatorship. Well, I'm trying to think what's coming out. There was like the Ultimatum, but then Southern Charm, but then that's only weekly. Squid Game season 2 comes out on December 26th.
Did you watch Squid Game season 1? Yeah, same.
Loved.
Yeah, same.
Maybe that should be the next one. We'll just hold off.
Okay.
And Squid Game's
But
season
that's
2.
still a couple of weeks away. We could fit something else in. Maybe we just put Madness.
Yeah, let's
Because
put
we've already
Madness.
started it.
Yeah, okay. And it is really good.
And it is good, yeah.
All right, we'll put that in there because it is literal
And
madness.
then, yeah, and, and then Squid Games.
Yeah, okay, done. We'll do that. But I think that's it.
That's all, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
I got to go home and paint doors.
Still.
Well, Dad painted one yesterday, and when I got home today...
How many are there to do?
2.
Oh.
I'm so independent. I got home, I picked it up all by myself.
Oh my God.
Took it back down to my bedroom, and I attached it to my bedroom.
Oh my God.
All by myself.
One man, what the hell?
And it was fucking easy. So if you ever need help with doors, I'm your
I know
gal.
who to call.
Grabbed the second one.
Yeah.
Put that on the stools.
Yeah.
I sanded it down. I cleaned it with sugar soap. And then I've done 1 coat of paint.
Stop.
Dad told me not to reuse the roller and to buy more, but I don't want to go to Bunnings. So I have spent half an hour washing it out, and I'm going to reuse it, even though he's told me not to, and it's probably going to fuck it up. But I don't want to go to Bunnings.
Fair.
So I have to do that tonight, and then it'll be fixed tomorrow, and I can just put it back on. And
Wild.
then they're done.
Bob's your uncle. Done and
Yeah.
dusted.
Yeah.
Good work. Look at you, independent girly pop.
Yeah, that's it. So
Oh,
that's what
yeah.
my night's going to look like, if anyone gave a fuck.
I love that for you.
You're going to have to repaint your nails.
Yep.
Every episode.
It's so therapeutic, though. And look how much I'm paying attention. Just saves me having to put acetone on it.
Okay.
And it's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not weird.
No.
But anyway, folks, I hope everyone has the best week.
Have a great week,
Guys,
everyone.
Only 2 more weeks of work for those
With office closure.
with office closure. And then we're
For
free,
us
my lord.
For us corporate girlies.
And then we're finally free.
Oh my God, to live, laugh, love in the sun.
I can't wait. We're going to be whole different people.
Yeah. I'm hanging on by a thread, I'll be real with you.
Oh, yeah.
Mentally, physically, emotionally.
I just don't have an attention span.
No. Yep. Clearly. As she says, chipping her nail polish away. Alrighty. Love you. Bye.
Bye.